maybe, just maybe, we could have a little bit more persistence in light of what
Yeah.
Jesus walked through. And so
Yes.
God is writing this story. And when you get in the middle of it, it can be easy to lose sight of exactly what he's doing. But you have to trust that the author and perfecter of faith, he's writing those stories in a way that might not make sense on this side of eternity, but they will
Mm.
make sense when we cross that space-time continuum. And we'll have a better understanding, I think, of what God was up to, and an appreciation of the God who always leads us in triumphal procession, who is working his plan in each and every one of our lives.
Absolutely. I'm thinking of your marathon story. Starting lines, very exciting, finish lines, very fulfilling. But there's a long race between those two spots. And it sounds like, just from reading your story, there have been a number of stretches like that for you where you started something, and it took a little while before that suddenly arrived. When suddenly that virtuous, glorious suddenly emerges. How have you stayed rooted in the gradually that gave birth to it, and probably the gradually that will sustain it going forward?
I think part of it is we just didn't take any shortcuts. We had 43 people our first Easter, and I was over the moon. We had never broken 30, let alone 40. We now have the joy and privilege of hosting the Easter sunrise at the Lincoln
Mm,
Memorial. And
amazing.
Alan, a few more than 43 people show up. Many thousands of people show up, but it keeps you grounded when you remember preaching your heart out with fire shut up in your bones to 43 people.